Hi everyone, this is Wanda from Sound Desire. Today we're going to be making a chevron and we'll get started with the loop, then the body, and then the ties. We're going to be cutting 74 inches of each string, which will be 3 strings, and we're going to fold them in half. I'll show you what I'm going to do. We're going to fold them in half and we're going to cut 2 of those strings at exactly 74 inches, and then we're going to extend the one we're using for our loop by 6 to 10 inches. It's your choice. It depends on how long you want your loop to be. And if you would like a more in-depth tutorial about loops, I have a video for that and I'll leave it in the description. So now I'm going to take that string I made longer and I'm going to make backward forward knots over the other 2 strings. And if you can see, I'm slightly holding the middle. I mean slightly because I'm a little towards the left, and I'm going to make backward forward knots until when I get the length that I feel like it's long enough for my loop. Now we're making a teardrop loop, so it doesn't have to be extremely long, just maybe about half an inch or 0.75 inches. This is enough for me. This is even a little too big, but it's quite enough for me. I'll just tape this down. Now I mentioned before that we're going to be making a teardrop loop. We're going to be starting on the right, moving our brown strings aside on both sides first. So the next string I want to come out in my chevron is to be my light brown. So on the right, I'm going to take the light brown string and I'm going to make a forward knot over the cream colored string. Now I'm going to go to the left and I'm going to take that light brown string and make a backward knot over my cream colored string. And backward knots, so you just making D's, capital letter D's. And now with the cream colored strings, I'm going to connect them by making one knot. Now while making this knot for your teardrop, you should always bear in mind that it comes loose very easily, so you should make sure it's tight and okay. We're going to take the dark brown string on the right and we're going to make 2 backward knots. So we're going to move our string on the edge to the middle, and that's all we're going to make doing for chevrons. So now we're going to go to the left and we're going to move whatever string is on the edge to the middle. Now when you're on the left, you're going to be making 3 knots. So we're going to be making 3 forward knots. Now chevron bracelets are beginner bracelets, which means they're extremely easy, and this is a 6-string bracelet with 3 colors, which is why it's extremely beginner friendly and fall themed because we're in fall right now. Now we're done with our first row. We're going to go on to our second row, starting from the right as usual, making 2 backward knots with our light brown string. And we're using light brown this time because that's what's on the edge. So remember, we're taking whatever's on the edge to the middle. And on the right, we're going to be making 2 backward knots. On the left, which is where we are now, we're going to be making 3 forward knots. And remember, moving the string on the edges to the middle. That's all chevrons are about. That's why they're the perfect beginner bracelets. They help you practice your forward knots and your backward knots. Now taking the cream, we're going to move starting from the right, we're going to move the cream color string to the middle by making 2 backward knots. And now moving over to the left, we're going to take the cream color string there and we're going to move that to the middle by making 3 forward knots. Now I already have one tutorial which I made for chevrons. I'll leave that linked in the description if you would like to watch it, but I feel like this one is much more better than that one, but that was like my 3rd video I ever made. Now we're going to be repeating our first row again, just so I show you that it's like a continuous process. You're just going to keep repeating until when you get the length you want, or if it goes around your wrist. I'll leave the timestamp on the screen so you can know where you can go back if you are confused and you would like to start again. So I'm going to be making 3 forward knots now, and I would say that you can pause the video here or you can watch to the end, because I'm going to be showing how I end this bracelet. And if you haven't gotten there, or if you're not in along with me, I would advise you to stop so you don't get confused. Now I am at the end of this bracelet, and we're going to be making, well, we're going to start on the right, and we're going to take our cream color string, which is the second string, and we're going to make a forward backward knot over the string on the edge, on the right edge, which will be our light brown string in my case. So I've done that now, and I'm going to take the dark brown string, which is the string in the middle, and I'm going to make another forward backward knot down with the right, and I'm moving over to the left. So taking this cream color string, which is the middle one on the left, the second string on the left, we're going to make a backward forward knot over the brown one, which is the string on the edge. And we're going to do it again with our dark brown string, make another backward forward knot there. So now we have made a simple small triangle end for this beginner bracelet, and now we're going to make plated ties. So starting with the one on the left, I'm going to hold them open, and I'm going to take the one on the right and I'm going to move that to the middle, then take the one on the edge, move to the middle, the one on the right to the middle, and be swapping it like how I'm currently doing. I don't think I'm explaining it properly, but I hope you can see and understand better. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side too, swapping the strings as I go, moving the edges to the middle on both sides, and there. And remember to make your ties as long as possible so you can tie them properly. And that is it for this tutorial. The next tutorial that will pop up will probably be about the reverse chevron, which is going to be another beginner bracelet, just done in the opposite direction of how we did this one. And if you're interested, I would advise you to watch that one, because I show how to make what is a variation of this bracelet. Have a nice day. Thanks for watching, and bye.